Her laughter still rings in my skull. Not the warmth I once knew, the light, genuine sound, but a brittle, cruel noise that scraped against my bones. "I don't think this marriage will last another year," she said. I was in the kitchen doorway, unnoticed, a glass of water halfway to my lips. "He's falling so far beneath me." They all laughed, every single one, and I smiled. Not from amusement, but because something inside me, something I didn't know could shatter, finally did. I stepped into the room, set the glass on the counter, and met her gaze. "Why wait a year?" I said softly. "Let's end it tonight." Her laughter froze before it could leave her lips. The room stopped. Her friends paused mid-smirk. No one spoke as I picked up my jacket and keys. I left quietly, closing the door as though sealing a chapter. That night, my phone buzzed. Her best friend's name glowed on the screen. I never agreed with what she said. "You didn't deserve that. Can we talk?" My fingers hovered over the keyboard. I didn't respond, but I couldn't sleep. Something about the message felt off, like a thread I was already grasping the end of. In the following days, silence became my refuge. She didn't call or text, but I knew her. When she was quiet, it wasn't guilt, it was calculation. I replayed that night endlessly. Her smirk, Clara's glance. Not pity, not guilt, but something else. Curiosity. When I finally reopened Clara's message, a detail caught my eye. 11:47 p.m., but she'd been at my house until nearly midnight. When had she written it? Why send it hours later? I stared at the words. "You didn't deserve that." Rehearsed, carefully phrased, like a key meant to open a door. I replied the next morning, "I agree. No one deserves to be mocked by their spouse." She responded instantly, "You really loved her, didn't you?" I didn't answer. Instead, I typed, "You sound like someone who knows more than she's saying." The typing dots appeared, disappeared. Then, "Can we meet?" My chest didn't tighten. My pulse didn't quicken. Only a calm, silent understanding. The ground was shifting. 2 days later, we met at a cafe. She carried guilt like perfume, subtle, lingering. "I shouldn't be here," she whispered. "But you deserve to know." "Know what?" I didn't ask. I let her speak, eyes down, endlessly stirring her coffee. "Your wife," she said finally. "She's seeing someone." The words didn't strike like daggers. They landed as confirmation. A truth I had already sensed in her distance. Her late nights, the unfamiliar perfume. "Who?" I asked. Clara paused. "You wouldn't believe me." I leaned closer. "Try me." She glanced around, lowered her voice. "It's my fiancé." Time stopped, not in rage but in clarity. I nodded slowly, as if she told me the weather. In that moment I saw her, truly saw her. The trembling lip, the shame hidden beneath righteous airs. She hadn't come for me. She had come to wound her. Maybe I realized I could use that. I thanked her, stood, and left. That night, I began collecting evidence, not to confirm suspicion, but to prove it to myself and anyone who might doubt the woman my wife truly was. I delved into cloud backups. Photos, location data, call logs. Patterns emerged. Familiar names, hidden folders, screenshots, hotel receipts, private messages. Piece by piece, the puzzle assembled itself. I didn't rage. I didn't drink. I watched it unfold like a film I had already seen, waiting for the final frame. When I had every text, every timestamp, every proof of betrayal, I printed it neatly. No chaos, no confrontation. She came home late one night, humming, kicking off her heels. I was seated in the living room, the papers stacked on the coffee table. "Can we talk?" I asked calmly. She froze. "About what?" I gestured to the pile. "About this." Her face shifted before her hands even touched the papers. Recognition, then panic. She opened the first page. Color drained. Hands trembled flipping through messages, bills, photos. I spoke first. "I don't want explanations. I just wanted you to see how much I knew before I walked away." Her voice broke. "You can't just..." "I already did." I rose. She grabbed my wrist, desperate. "Please, don't leave me like this." Her eyes glistened, but I had seen those eyes lie, manipulate, laugh. Now they were glass. I guided her to the door. She followed, crying, words tumbling, half apologies, half excuses. I opened the door. "You wanted to end this eventually. I'm just giving you what you wished for." She looked broken. I didn't mean it. It was just talk. I smiled faintly. "No." It was truth disguised as laughter. Then I handed her a small envelope. Inside, a single photograph. Her and her lover. Time-stamped the previous week. Circled in red. I leaned close. "Your best friend sent me this." Her breath caught. "Clara?" I nodded. "Seems betrayal runs in your circle." I closed the door quietly. Behind it, I heard her collapse. The next morning, I packed a small bag. "No hesitation. No regret." On the counter, the keys, one final note. "You said I was falling below your level. You were right, because to reach yours, I'd have to fall." I walked out before sunrise, the street wrapped in silence. My phone buzzed. Another message from Clara. Did you do it? I stared, deleted it. No reply. For the first time in months, my hands were steady, cold, free. Driving away, I realized something quietly beautiful. She'd lost more than a husband. She'd lost the only man who truly saw her for what she was, and I had finally stopped falling.